Great day, companions. How are you? Today we will discuss Alfa Romeo 145 and 146. Alfa Romeo, a brand synonymous with Italian automotive excellence, has produced some of the most iconic vehicles in automotive history. Among them, the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 hold a special place not just in the hearts of enthusiasts, but also as significant milestones in Alfa Romeo's evolution. These two models, although often overshadowed by their more famous siblings, embody the essence of Alfa Romeo's design philosophy and engineering prowess. In this deep dive, we'll explore the history, design, engineering, and legacy of the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146, shedding light on why these vehicles remain cherished by fans around the world. The origins of Alfa Romeo 145 and 146. The Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 were introduced in the mid-1990s, a period of transformation and modernization for the brand. Alfa Romeo, under the Fiat Group's ownership, was striving to reclaim its position as a leader in the compact car segment, a market that was becoming increasingly competitive. The 145, a three-door hatchback, debuted in 1994, followed by the 146, a five-door version, in 1995. Both models were built on the Fiat Tipo platform, which was a shared foundation for several other Fiat Group vehicles, but Alfa Romeo ensured that the 145 and 146 retained their unique character. The 145 and 146 were designed to replace the aging Alfa Romeo 33, a model that had been in production since 1983. While the 33 had its strengths, it was clear that a new, more modern vehicle was needed to keep pace with competitors. Alfa Romeo's answer was to create a car that not only delivered on performance and handling, but also stood out with its distinct Italian design. Italian flair, with a modern twist. The design of the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 is a testament to the brand's commitment to creating vehicles that are as beautiful as they are functional. Both models were penned by Walter de Silva, one of the most influential car designers of the era, known for his ability to blend tradition with innovation. The 145 and 146 were no exception, featuring a design that was both bold and sophisticated. The Alfa Romeo 145, with its angular lines and wedge-shaped profile, was a departure from the more rounded designs that were popular at the time. Its sharp edges and distinctive front grille, flanked by sleek, narrow headlights, gave the 145 an aggressive and purposeful look. The rear of the car was equally striking, with a high-set tailgate and vertical taillights that emphasized the car's sporty character. The 146, while sharing many design cues with the 145, offered a more practical approach with its five-door configuration. The additional doors did not compromise the car's aesthetic appeal. Instead, they enhanced its versatility while maintaining the same bold design language. The 146's rear end was slightly more subdued compared to the 145, with a more conventional taillight design, but it still retained the Alfa Romeo identity. Both models featured a high-quality interior, with a driver-focused cockpit that emphasized the car's sporty nature. The dashboard was simple yet elegant, with clear instrumentation and controls that were easy to reach. Alfa Romeo paid close attention to the choice of materials, ensuring that the interior felt premium, even in the base models. The seats, often finished in luxurious Italian leather, provided excellent support, making the 145 and 146 comfortable cars for both city driving and longer journeys. Engineering, excellence, power, performance, and handling. Underneath their stylish exteriors, The Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 were equipped with some of the most advanced engineering of their time. Both models were available with a range of engines, from the entry-level 1.4-litre boxer engine to the more powerful 2.0-litre twin-spark engine. The twin-spark engines, in particular, were a highlight, featuring 2 spark plugs per cylinder for improved combustion efficiency and power delivery. The Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 were known for their excellent handling, a characteristic that has always been a hallmark of the brand. The cars featured a front-wheel drive layout with independent suspension, ensuring a balanced and responsive driving experience. The precise steering, combined with the well-tuned suspension, made the 145 and 146 agile and fun to drive, whether navigating tight city streets or winding country roads. One of the key engineering innovations in these models was the use of the McPherson strut, front suspension, and the independent trailing arm, rear suspension. This setup allowed the cars to maintain excellent road grip and stability, even during aggressive cornering. Alfa Romeo's engineers also paid special attention to weight distribution, ensuring that the cars felt nimble and composed under various driving conditions. The engines in the 145 and 146 were also noteworthy for their performance and reliability. The 1.4-litre and 1.6-litre boxer engines provided a good balance of power and fuel efficiency, making them ideal for everyday driving. The 1.8-litre and 2.0-litre twin-spark engines, on the other hand, were more performance-oriented, delivering a more exhilarating driving experience. These engines were paired with a 5-speed manual transmission, which was praised for its precise gear shifts and smooth operation. In terms of safety, the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 were equipped with several advanced features for their time. These included anti-lock brakes, ABS, airbags for the driver and front passenger, and reinforced side impact protection. While these safety features were becoming more common in the industry, Alfa Romeo ensured that they were integrated into the 145 and 146 without compromising the car's performance or design. Market reception and legacy. When the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 were launched, they received a warm reception from both critics and customers. The cars were praised for their stylish design, engaging driving dynamics, and the quality of their interiors. However, they were not without their challenges. The compact car segment in the mid-1990s was highly competitive, with strong contenders from other European manufacturers like Volkswagen, Ford, and Peugeot. Despite this competition, the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 carved out a niche for themselves, particularly among enthusiasts who appreciated the unique blend of performance, design, and Italian flair. The twin-spark engines, in particular, were a hit, with many drivers lauding the cars for their spirited performance and sharp handling. In terms of sales, the 145 and 146 were moderately successful, especially in European markets where Alfa Romeo had a strong presence. However, they did not achieve the same level of commercial success as some of their competitors. This was partly due to the brand's reputation for less than stellar reliability, which, although improved, still lingered in the minds of potential buyers. Nevertheless, the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 have aged well and are now considered classics. Their design, which was bold and unconventional at the time, has stood the test of time, and their driving dynamics remain engaging by modern standards. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in these models, with enthusiasts and collectors seeking out well-preserved examples. Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 in popular culture. While the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 may not have the same level of recognition as some other models in the brand's history, they have made appearances in various forms of popular culture. In the world of motorsport, the 145, in particular, found some success in touring car racing, particularly in the Italian Super Turismo Championship. The 145's agility and handling made it a competitive choice in this series, further cementing its reputation as a driver's car. In cinema and television, the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 have made cameo appearances, often chosen for their distinctively Italian style and character. These appearances, while not as prominent as those of the Alfa Romeo Spider or the GTV, have helped to keep the memory of these models alive among a wider audience. The collector's perspective. For collectors, the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 offer an attractive proposition. They are relatively affordable compared to other classic Alfa Romeos, and their unique design and driving characteristics make them a rewarding ownership experience. However, as with any classic car, potential buyers should be aware of the challenges involved in maintaining these vehicles. One of the key considerations for collectors is the availability of spare parts. While many components are still available, some parts, particularly those specific to the 145 and 146, can be harder to find. This is especially true for body panels and trim pieces, which may require sourcing from specialist suppliers or second-hand markets. Another consideration is the car's condition. Rust can be a significant issue, particularly in areas where road salt is commonly used. Prospective buyers should thoroughly inspect any potential purchase for signs of corrosion, especially in the floor pans, sills, and wheel arches. A well-maintained Alfa Romeo 145 or 146, however, can provide years of enjoyable motoring and is likely to appreciate in value over time. Conclusion: the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 may not be the most famous models in the brand's history, but they represent an important chapter in Alfa Romeo's evolution. These cars embody the brand's commitment to creating vehicles that are not just modes of transportation, but expressions of Italian craftsmanship and passion. With their distinctive design, engaging driving dynamics, and a touch of Italian flair, the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146 continue to hold a special place in the hearts of enthusiasts. As the years go by, their status as classic cars is becoming more firmly established, and they serve as a reminder of a time when Alfa Romeo dared to be different in a crowded and competitive market. So what do you think of the Alfa Romeo 145 and 146? Could this be a game-changing SUV? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more reviews and analysis of cars on the market. Goodbye.